The Biden-Harris economy has been devastating for small businesses and working families.
In June of 2022, inflation peaked at a high.
Prices are going up. Can people afford this?
Nearly 1/3 of parents say they cannot afford back-to-school shopping for their kids.
Dow Jones is down about 1,010 points.
This just in, inflation is headed in the wrong direction.
The highest since November of 1981.
Older Americans who are working, they're working because of inflation. They're working because they have to pay higher costs.
When people look back at the Trump years, they think about a great economy. One reason the economy did so well is the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Trump tax cuts.
Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
TCJA.
Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Trump tax cuts.
The biggest tax cuts in American history.
It was really having an impact on people's lives, and they could feel that every day. More money back in their pockets, the lowest poverty rate in the history of the country.
We proved you could have that type of explosive growth without inflation.
Look where we are today. High inflation, really high taxes, and Harris is talking about raising taxes.
That is going to be about repealing that tax bill that they just passed.
The Biden-Harris administration want to raise our taxes.
If we allow the Trump tax cuts to expire, our families are going to see a 25% increase in their taxes.
Vice President Harris says that she would want to see all expire.
That will mean a difference in a number of cases between them being able to keep the doors open or having to close their business or having to fire employees.
Letting these tax cuts expire is putting fear on a lot of Americans and a lot of American families. Fear of losing their job, fear of going into poverty.
That's why we set up these 10 different tax teams traveling throughout America.
Really give us a chance to look back and see what the successes of the TCJA, where we need to improve, actually what we need to maintain. But it's really more listening sessions, trying to see what American businesses and American corporations, how they benefited and how they have grown because of these tax cuts.
We were in small towns, big cities, side streets, main streets, all over the place. For the first time in history, Ways and Means wasn't in Washington. Ways and Means was out in the countryside.
So it's important that we proactively get out there to remind the American people and to show what this did for the economy and the consequences of what this will mean for small businesses, for our farmers, for working people, those tax cuts going away and the impact it's going to have on everyday people.